here, but this is going to be a little bit of a walk talk just for a couple minutes while I tell you guys my thoughts on CERN and giving you what I found to be true. Please excuse how I look so. Just give me a second here so I can get set up with the headphones. There is so much chaos. Give me one sec, guys. Okay, the time isn't moving. This is weird. Okay, that was weird. Okay, I would hate to be sitting here chatting and for you guys not to hear me. So, really quick, let me just tell you guys what I know to be true about CERN. So, I'm going to try to be as concise as possible because I've been noticing a lot of like fear mongering that is just naturally occurring throughout everywhere, from TikTok, people who share their information, to the government, well, the media systems, through all these different people, right? So here is how I recognize CERN to be true, right? So this is not alarming, okay? This is a very non-alarming situation, okay? I'm just gonna say that death is fake, okay? It's not that it's fake, it's not real, it's not what we interpret it to be. Let me say that. I am a person who has literally experienced death very intimately multiple times throughout my life. Um, Literally, I have. So I'm not just making that up. It is what I can say that it is like. It's very subtle. It's these timeline shifts. It depends on what happen. It depends on where your energy is when you go into that energetic kind of like portal. I'm trying to think of something to compare it to that is simple, but I feel like you guys are like well equipped enough to be able to fill out what I'm saying and handle what I'm saying. So, timeline shifting and shifting dimensions and all that type of stuff, that is a very natural, normal occurrence, right? But it happens naturally in nature, okay? Stay with me. So in our universe or our galactic address, we obviously have like countless galaxies that exist where time is different and realities and timelines are different in every little portal, I mean, not portal, well, portal, in every little particle of the galaxy, right? And science is basically the human's way of putting words and numbers and shapes and tangible physical like sense made to what is naturally occurring. So it's basically a way for humans to describe what is happening naturally or for us already. And so it could get pretty complex, especially when you break it all the way down to physics and biology. But at the end of the day, timeline and dimensional shifts are as natural as breathing. They're as natural as rising and falling, living and like waking and going to sleep. Now, the reason this is so important to understand is because scientists have been trying to study how to control nature, how to manipulate nature, how to work with nature, however they want to paint it to us all. It's a natural thing for us to do as humans because we want to make sense of it. And a lot of there are humans who are greedy, who want to use it for their greedy advantages, or they're trying to control it, or they want to be like powerful over nature. But the thing about it is, at the end of the day, nature is always going to win over anything else because it just is everything. Think about every single galactic address that exists. We can't even get our finger on each one. We don't have that ability. We just don't. We do have the ability to put together some super fucking machine that's like a billion minds functioning at once, yes, and can shift timelines and things, yes. But at the end of the day, we do not have control like we think we do. Okay. And the real protection and the real comfort comes from the fact, well, for me, the real protection and the real comfort comes from the fact that I am tapped into nature and I'm one with it and I respect it. It's about having a respect for nature because it is more powerful than you. It is more powerful than anyone, anything, because it is everything, right? So, with that being said, okay, these timeline shifts, it's similar to death in that how you feel when you're going through these things, whether we know that we are going through it or not, is pivotal, right? So if we're over here like, oh, I'm so nervous, like, they're telling us that we're not living the same life we were living in 2012. I saw this video where some guy was like, oh, we don't exist. Honey, you and I, we exist. We exist. We exist. We do. What is happening though is that we we are we're as physical as our bodies, right? Our spirit is just a whole nother deal. However, the timeline shifts. We're still in the same bodies. We're still da da da. How can I put it? That's not how I'm trying to describe it. Help me, spirit. Help. Spirit was just here with me. I was a little distracted by the view changes. But the thing about it is, all we're doing, all that's happening is that. Ugh, fuck. Help me out, spirit. What's happening is that even though a timeline can shift, say for instance in 2012 you were supposed to go down this path, down this whatever, there are so many, every decision that you've ever made is like a timeline shift, right? Just stay with me. Every decision you make is a timeline shift. I was just about to make breakfast before I went to go handle some business, but it was like, you know what, I'm gonna go handle the business before the breakfast so I can enjoy my breakfast or whatever, and whatever. Say for instance I didn't do that and I didn't go handle the business, then the whole business is thrown off because people are leaving and coming. People are leaving and going and coming and going, and maybe I would have ate first and then I would have been tired and then I would have went down, I would have been irritable and somebody would have been here and it would have threw my whole work schedule off for today, and that could have led me anywhere, good or bad. But a timeline shift is natural as shit. The only difference is these are like hyper powered. So, like I said, there are natural timeline shifts and dimensional like shifts and things, and portals that we're entering and all this shit. But there's unnatural and man made machines that are doing the same thing that we're physically doing, right? So, the natural occurrence that we're experiencing is called a Lionsgate portal, or a portal that occurs during the summertime each year. What happens is our natural sun programs us with certain memory. It unlocks parts of our DNA. The same scientists that call it junk DNA. I've been preaching this since I was in like middle school, honestly. That like basically they tell you as much as they feel like you can handle, but even that's cocky in itself, because the thing about it is there's groups of people who want to challenge what is happening naturally and to make their own thing happen that is under their control instead of naturally. The natural order or the natural way is for the sun to give us this memory and this information and bring us back to our natural selves and our best selves so that we can literally adapt to our changing natural world. That's the only way we can survive, is if we, like, I mean, physically survive on the planet. The planet goes through its changes naturally to sustain itself. And we have to adapt to that as humans. And the sun and everything that we're doing, everything that we are naturally is aligned to help us get there. But there's another entity on earth that wants to control how things go for themselves. I'm not sure what it is that they want. Okay. I will say though that if you are worried or scared or anything, I truly believe that that is what these people are banking on. I feel like this is what came to me intuitively that made me even want to make this video, because I don't even give a shit. I was gonna give my tarot readings to help out whoever in their personal lives, and then go do what I do to make sure that I am entering a dimension and a timeline that I want to be in, the highest one possible. And fear is not included in that. I'm not bringing fear anywhere near me, anywhere. Don't touch me with your fear. And I think that that is important. So many of us need to be in that energy for the next couple days. Everybody knows to be in their highest vibration, but that thought can create anxiety because when all that we've known is suffering and poverty and competition and this and that and this and worry and shootings and all this shit, it can naturally go to a place where we're like, oh my God, what if I'm not in my highest vibration? Oh my God. Then we're overthinking every little move we make. That is what they want. That's how you're going to get caught up. The natural thing that is occurring and the portals that we're entering is really just us being upgraded and us upgrading our minds to then say, instead of making this decision where I'm going to have breakfast first before I have to do this very important thing that's on a time schedule, I'm actually going to do this thing and do that later. If I did not allow myself to receive that intuitive download or that knowledge, I wouldn't have been able to make such a mature and important decision that could negatively affect me if I'm not careful. But I'm not fearing. I just know that I know what to do to get the best results. So I'm going to do that. And you can only really function at your highest when you don't feel confused or clouded or scared. So, of course, all of this shit is happening to get people, all this chaos is occurring. Every reading I've done today, this video, every time I tried to begin, there was some type of random chaos that was like trying to flow through the atmosphere. And the thing about it is, it'll either challenge you, and I talked about this in the grieving and suffering video I just did on the dark series, but your it's about your actions, your choices. It's about how you respond to negativity and discomfort and a change of plans. My phone's buffering. It's about how you so you have to allow yourself to be challenged by what's happening. If something's coming in and instinctively you know this is probably a better decision for me, it's simple. That's as simple as you have to do. I don't care how minor it is. If you're like, I just feel like I need rest, I'm gonna get some rest. Don't fear that you're gonna miss out on work. Don't fear that you're gonna miss out on having fun. Oh, I need to do this, I need to do that. Get that rest. If you feel like, I know, and that's why it's such a blessing, right? And that's why we're so grateful, and that's why we're so blessed by nature. Because what was I about to say? Because we had a Virgo moon yesterday, and I think the moon is still in Virgo, but that energy is like potent as fuck for like, I'm gonna do what I need to do today, no matter what the fuck it is, because I know that I need this. I know that I need this, and I'm not gonna not do it for myself kind of energy. And it's funny because these people try to cause so much chaos since 2012, since years and centuries and decades they've been working on this shit. They are way ahead. So all you people that don't believe in spirit and da da da, these people believe in spirit. Not only do they believe it, they're trying to learn it, master it, and this has been since the times of Egypt, and then use it against others. So my thing is, they've changed the timelines. These are the people that control time. These people are Saturn driven. Okay, naturally, we're not on a time schedule. But Saturn, when you're building a society and functioning within a society or a structure, time begins to be important. These people can change the time whenever they want. They can change the date in Ethiopia today. It's a whole nother day. It's a whole nother year. You get what I'm saying? So at this point, it's about stepping back and saying, what do I need to do for me that puts me in a better position for myself? Because that's how you're going to not be affected by anything. You're going to be affected anyway, but not yes, discernment. You are not Nothing's gonna happen to you that is not supposed to happen for you. This is a glorious time. This shit that they're doing, not gonna lie, that's just gonna backfire in to their demise, because nature is so fucking powerful. People change the time and fucking with the time, the frequencies and time lapse and jumps and all that. But the thing is, at the end of the day, nature always finds a way to catch up, to adjust, to get we nature always finds a way to balance itself out. The human body heals itself. Everything in nature has the power to heal itself or heal something else in nature. For everything, there's something that will heal it. These people know that. They're trying their hardest to have control over something they can't control. So you guys honestly just sit back, do you, take care of your shit, and just watch the fact that although this chaos and this crazy stuff is trying to like pulse through our life everywhere around this globe, at the end of the day, it's about how you answer to it. It's how you respond to it that will dictate where you will end up. You have way more power than you think. You have all the power. But let someone else try to tell you, they're gonna try to tell you you have none. They'd rather you be fearful and confused than to know your power. So that's all I have to say. I think that I covered everything that I want to touch on. I think that all that fear, all that, even overthinking about it, like, if you want to just learn a little bit about what's happening, I highly recommend that you do so. But if you are an overthinker or you are an overdoer, don't do that. Just allow the universe to guide you. Say, guide me. Okay. If you're one of the people that's like, I just do this myself, I don't do spirits, blah, 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 cool. You do you, you'll be good. But y'all gonna be okay. We're gonna be okay. We're gonna be better than ever, honestly. Everybody, like, cause they are using all of their damn time and energy for this damn machine. They sound stupid. If anybody, I do recommend you guys watching the movie The Mandela Effect. Okay, that movie is super important to watch just so you can get a feel for how these things kind of work. I just warn you that in movies and film, there's always going to be an impression that the makers want to leave you with. So if the movie leaves you with a feeling of wonder and expansion and all that, that's a beautiful thing. But if it leaves you feeling confused and worried, I just really highly recommend that you think about the source and who made the movie and what they probably wanted you to feel. If we're all not seeing cars floating off the ground and glitches in our bodies and in the sky, which is what happens when you're sometimes vibing high or blah blah blah, there's nothing to worry about. Even if you were to experience that, it's nothing to worry about, guys, because our bodies are as real as our earth is. But everything that exists is light. It is light. That's what I'm going to leave you with. It's light. Light is, think about it. Just think about what I'm saying. And then when you realize what I'm saying, I challenge you to find comfort in that. Don't find fear, find comfort. It's such a beautiful thing. Yeah. I'll leave you guys with that. See you. Have a good day.